All right, guys, welcome back. It's Dadbot here, and we're going to take care of some business in this episode. So last time we beat the Tower Knight, and we beat the Armor Spider. In this case, we're going to proceed on through 4-1, but first, just a couple things we need to take care of real quick. I'm just going to repair my equipment, and I'll go ahead and repair everything for one low, easy payment of 595 souls. And then I actually want to take my dexterity up one level so I can equip that spiky shield that we picked up last time. I can't quite get there. I need 4,200 more souls. I can probably consume like 2 of these maybe. Oh, I did all 5. Okay, well actually that's the lowest tier, so that didn't give me, that wasn't too much. Let's use 3 of these. And that's not quite enough. So let's use another one. And there we go, that's enough. So as I said, I'm going to put this into Dex so I can equip the spiky shield that I picked up last episode on the Lord's Path. So now we have the Dex for that. I'm going to send the heater shield to storage. And actually, while we're at it, I'm going to pick up a miracle. So for miracles, you can talk to this guy. And I'm going to get the heal miracle just because it can be useful to use in place of grass. I need 5,000 souls for that, though. So let's see. We can pop some soul items here. Let's see how many these give us if I use 2 of them. So that's 2,000. So if I use probably 5 of these... There we go, that's enough. All right, and we'll attune that to our miracle slot. And again, for miracles, so we can cycle between the soul arrow and the heal. For miracles, you have to have a talisman equipped. And so again, this heal spell will heal our health without us having to use a grass consumable. So what we're going to do now, actually, before we proceed in 4-1, we're actually going to go back to 1-1, because if you check our world tendency, because last time we killed the red dragon, which boosted our world tendency, and we killed the Tower Knight, which is a boss, which boosted our world tendency. You can see we're in pure white world tendency in the first Archstone. So we are going to head up to the Dragon's Nest, because I mentioned that the Dragon's Nest is going to be clear in pure white world tendency. And that gate also is going to be open. We're actually going to go there a little bit later. For now, we're just going to go straight up to the Dragon's Nest and pick up the loot that's up there. And we're not going to worry about much else for the time being. So just shield up for these guys. And of course, there's going to be the big blobs in this section of the level. And I'm not going to only run around them, so I'm just going to attack them. Did he drop loot? No, because sometimes they drop the shards. So let's see. This guy, see if he drops anything. Nope. Go all the way to the top is what we need to do here. We're going to get to that Dragon's Nest. Which, I mean, the red dragon's going to be gone anyway because we killed the red dragon. But now the blue dragon's also going to be gone because we are in pure white world tendency. Those guys were completely synchronized. That's funny. Oh, jeez. They got me like stun locked. All right. Now they're dead. That shouldn't have been that difficult to do, but they had me stun locked. Get this guy up here. There's going to be guys throwing fire bombs in here too. Oh. No, because the spear guys are the ones that throw the fire bombs, and they already came down and attacked me, so. All right. Get the crescent moon grass. And on up through here. We actually have to cross this bridge. But fortunately, we don't have to worry about the dragon anymore, because the dragon is dead. Come on. And the rest of these guys I'm just going to try to run past. Shield up. There we go. Success. Remember these guys over here to the right. Just gonna run past them. They'll forget about me because I've got the Thief's Ring on. And I'll showcase the heal spell. Why not? So you use it. You see it recovers health. And it does use quite a bit of magic, especially since our magic stat isn't that high yet. But our magic recovers because we have the falchion equipped. So we get some full moon grass. The purple flame shield, which is actually a very good shield for blocking fire. So we got some soul items up in here. The flame resistance ring. And the ring of great strength, which the ring of great strength allows you to, it raises your equipment load. So the Herculean strength raises your item burden. And then the Ring of Great Strength raises your equipment load. So if you have this equipped, you can wear some heavier armor and still maintain your fast roll. Okay, so that being said, I'm actually just going to use an Archstone shard to get out of here. I don't want to walk all the way back to that Archstone, so this will just make it a little bit quicker. Return to the Nexus, and I will keep my souls in the process. And so now we're going to head straight to 4-1. We're going to go all the way through the level this time. And now we're a bit stronger, so it should be a little bit easier for us now. And our strategies kind of remain the same. Shield up. And we're able to rock and roll right through here. So get this guy, bring him over. Come on. And again, Thief Ring is important here because if you don't have the Thief Ring equipped, you might find yourself fighting a couple of these at the same time, and that is bad news because they hit hard, and you could find yourself in a bind pretty quickly. I have made that mistake myself, so I've made that mistake firsthand. Oh, I thought I rolled away from him, but oh well. All right, should get him here. There we go. And then take care of his buddy over here, shooting arrows at me. All right, gonna lure this one down with my bow so I don't fight both of them at the same time. And got him. This one I'm just gonna run on up because he's the only one up there, and I'll bring him down here so I don't have to deal with the archers on the top at the same time. Okay. Alrighty, got him. So we're gonna go up top real quick to take care of those archers. Remember the switch right here, shield up and kind of hug the wall. And if you do take one of those arrows, if your shield's up, it's not gonna hurt you. Get this guy right here. And we are going to fight the Vanguard this time. And the Vanguard, once you kill him, he does not respawn. So you kill him once here, and then he's never going to come back. I'm going to try to take out some of those... Oh, man. I'm going to try to take out some of those Storm Beasts. Because they do get in the way when you're fighting the Vanguard. So to the extent you can get rid of them, it's helpful. Or at least get rid of some of them. Oh, he barely just didn't die. So I'm actually going to take out, let's see, I haven't killed the boss yet, so that lizard did not respawn. I'm actually going to show you a neat little trick here. Let's see, I'm going to take this one out with my bow. So if you roll, like right here, you can actually land on top of this wall. Just roll, and you land right on top. You can drop down there, and this is actually like the end of the level. You can skip just about the entire level if you drop down right here. I don't want to drop down and skip the whole thing. But I just wanted to show you that that is available. So I'm going to head back over to the normal side of the wall. But that is just kind of a little skip you can do if you want to skip most of this level. Actually, in my New Game Plus runs, I don't go through this whole level. My New Game Plus runs, I pretty much skip and then go more or less straight to the boss. And that ends up being, as you can imagine, a lot quicker. I'm actually going to go to the other side of the Vanguard again. And I'm going to go up here first through this fog gate because this gives you a better angle on some of those storm beasts and will allow you to take them out a little bit easier. And then, of course, we got some skeletons over here. Gonna lure this one over to me. Whoops, he's not playing along with me here, so I'm gonna use my bow. And now he's dead. And then there's another guy with a bow over here, so I'm going to take care of him. And this is actually the way forward to the level. We're not quite ready to do that yet. First, there's a black skeleton here that we're gonna fight him real quick. So shield up. You want to bait that attack, and then whoops, I missed the backstab unfortunately, and I took the hit right there unfortunately. But I'll heal up. Try to get behind him. Shield up always with these guys because they hit so hard. And then get a shot. Shield back up. And then see if I can get behind him again. There we go. It's almost dead. Couple more hits. Probably one more strong attack will get him. But again, take your opportunities wisely. Do not get overly aggressive. And here we have the Adjudicator shield. The Adjudicator shield is a very large shield. You can't use it to parry. However, it does have a very unique benefit in that it, when you have it equipped, it recovers your HP slowly. So it can be very useful in that regard. And here's the purple flame shield. We picked that up near the dragon. This has a very high fire damage resist. You do need quite a bit of strength to use it. You need 22 strength, and we only have 20. And so you see these shields are a bit heavier than we have equipped too. So I'm going to go ahead and send those back to storage so they don't eat up my my item burden. And then next we're going to head up this ladder. Very easy to miss because it kind of blends in with the wall there. And this gives you a good vantage point on some of those storm beasts. And there's also some loot up here that we're going to get. Some half moon grass, and you see those storm beasts flying around over there. This will give me a decent angle on at least some of them. And we'll use my bow for that. Unknown hero soul over here. Cloudstone shard. And stone of ephemeral eyes. So down here, you'll see there's some stuff down there. We can't get there yet. We're going to get there when we kind of circle around towards the end of the level. Got that storm beast. These can be kind of tricky to hit because you got to sort of lead them with your arrows. And if they're not quite close enough, see your arrows kind of dip. There we go. Get one more hit. These can be tricky to hit. But it is worth it to kill them because they will annoy you later if you leave them alone. He'll circle back around in just a second here. Is there another one over here? Let's see. I just want to make sure that I kill the ones that are going to be in the way when I'm trying to fight the Vanguard. Will that get him? He just moves so fast. Sometimes I kill these like pretty quick, and then sometimes I waste a bunch of arrows on them. I'm just kind of spamming my arrows, hoping that one of them hits. Can I get a hit here? No. No. Oh, come on. There we go. Got him. You know, you can try to be a little bit more precise. I was a little bit sloppy there. I was just kind of spamming him just because I wanted to get it over with. And this one I definitely want to hit because he is going to be a nuisance when I'm trying to fight the Vanguard. He should circle back around and face me. Whoops. Come on. No? There we go. All right. Sweet. So I think we should be in better shape now to actually do the fight here. I'm going to two-hand my weapon because I don't really use my shield against the Vanguard either. All right, here we go. Vanguard Part 2. Kind of same thing. You want to stay behind him as much as you can. And he is susceptible to bleed, so using the falchion against him will put that bleed damage on him, as you can see. And sometimes you can kind of just like bait him into using his ground pound attack over and over again, and that's actually the easiest way to... If he'll do that for you, it's actually way easier to fight him that way, because, you know, it's a very easy attack to dodge and then punish, and we already got like more than half of his health down. And you'll see he's just doing it over and over again. He doesn't always do this, but sometimes you have to be dodging more of his axe swings, but this time he's being cooperative, which I can get behind. All right, a couple more cycles should do it. All right, there he goes. So pretty easy. And we'll get a decent amount of souls for killing him to boot. And we get another gray demon soul. So while we're down here, I might as well kill this archer. Looks confused. He only had 2 HP left. Okay, so we are, let me think here. We are going to proceed through the level. We've done pretty much what we need to do in this segment. And if you want to restock on arrows, you can always pay Grave Robber Blige a visit down there. And actually the way forward we need to go is through where this fog gate was. We need to head back up these stairs. Swing around here. And there is a trap on the ground. And the arrows, see that button? The arrows are going to come from behind you. So you want to have your shield up, just kind of absorb the arrows, and then you can proceed on. Up here, just going to be an item. Get a renowned hero soul. You can drop down these cliffs. And this is actually not a one-way street. You can, if you want to go back, you can actually hop up there and, you know, go back to where we just were. So it is not a one-way street. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw on my catalyst because I'm going to use some soul arrows here on some of these enemies. Here we go. So these guys can pack a punch. You don't want to fight them here on this cliffside. You want to sort of lure them this way. Because if you fight them on this cliffside, they're probably going to knock you off. And that's bad news, as you could imagine. So I've got him locked on. And I'm just kind of using my soul arrows to do some damage. And lure him over here. He might even die before I get him, because I want to fight him over here where I have more room to dodge. But, whoops. I might even just get him with the soul arrows. Yep. So I didn't even have to engage him close range, which was nice. And he drops soul remains, which soul remains can be used to sort of lure certain enemies and distract them. So here's another guy. I'm just going to do the same thing to him that I did to the other guy. He's kind of like stun locked. That's funny. So you see the soul arrows are quite handy. Got some more soul remains. So this guy I'm probably just going to get normally because my magic needs to recover, and I don't feel like using a spice to do it because it'll recover automatically with my falchion equipped. So this guy I'm just going to hit with regular arrows to lure him over here. You see when he puts his little sword up, it reduces most of his damage. So I'm actually going to fight him right over here. And the main way to do this close range is he'll wind up. It's a really big wind up. You can roll through it and get behind him and then just backstab him. Pretty easy to do. I'm going to two-hand my weapon, do a strong attack, and he's gone. So they are a bit stronger than those other skeletons that we fought earlier in the level. They do hit really hard, and they do have a bit more health. But they're not too bad as long as you sort of know how to approach them. Okay, so go through this fog gate. There's going to be some loot in here. And there's going to be a crystal lizard right around this corner. going to get the Crystal Lizard first. So, Falchion, do a heavy attack to hit the ground, to sweep the ground. Make sure you get him before he gets back up, because he can run off the cliff. Ah. Come on. Really? Ah. Okay, that went poorly. I'll come back and get him later. It'll be actually a good opportunity to demonstrate the skip. So we got the Regenerator's ring, which is, you know, that's where I showed you where that skip is. You come right down that wall, and that's the skip. We'll get him a little bit later. It might actually be easier to get that one in particular with the bow and arrow, now that I think of it. Because when I was trying to do that ground sweep, the wall kept on getting in the way. So I've got some grass right there. If you shimmy along this little plank, you got to drop down just kind of right in that spot. And then you can get this over here, which is the Grave Robber's Ring. I think the Grave Robber's Ring makes you stealthier around Black Phantom enemies, makes it harder for you to detect. And then right through here, we got the Renowned Hero's Soul. And then this is the item that we passed up when we were trying to get to that lizard. Got a Cloudstone Shard ×2. And I think that does it for in here. Yep. So the way forward is right through here. And there's a trap, shield up, or you can just get out of the way. And you'll see there's another one of these black skeletons here. So be on guard. He'll do his attack, get behind him, and whoops, see if you can pull off a backstab. Camera's kind of wonky. Makes it more difficult. And this guy actually drops. Oh geez, he broke my guard. That sucked. These guys drop what's called a pure blade stone, and they drop them. I say they drop them, but it is. Ooh, he killed me. Dang it. I was trying to get away to heal, and then he actually killed me. So I'm going to do the skip now. I'll actually demonstrate how the skip works, so you can see, and that'll be a good demonstration of that. And that'll actually be pretty nice. So those guys drop what's called a pure blade stone. And it's a very rare drop. I mean, I had to farm him for like an hour almost to get it. The pure blade stone is something that you're going to need, and you're going to need it to trade with Sparkly the Crow. Because if you trade it with Sparkly the Crow, he gives you what's called the Ring of Longevity, and that is a ring that is required for the Platinum Trophy. And really the only way to get it is by trading a pure blade stone with Sparkly the Crow. Well, I take it back. There is one other way to get it. The other way to get it is if you have the deluxe version of the game. If you don't have the deluxe version of the game, the only way to get it is by trading a pure blade stone with Sparkly the Crow. And again, that enemy that I just died to is actually the best enemy to farm a pure blade stone off of. So just keep that in mind, because you're going to need that Ring of Longevity if you want the Platinum Trophy. Okay, so making our way back through here. It's all good. We're going to do the skip, and it's going to go by much quicker, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see how useful that skip is. I probably could have killed him if I just stayed with the fight, you know, and if I didn't try to get cute and get away and heal, but oh well, it happens. Want to get behind him. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to run past these archers. I don't really care about them. And we're going to do the skip. Just roll right here, and then you can drop down. And this will let me this will actually serve as a separate purpose to get this lizard. So, did he not respawn? Oh, yep, because you have to reload the level for the lizard to respawn. So, lizard did not respawn, unfortunately. You have to reload the level at an archstone for the lizards to respawn. It's all good. Okay, so we're back to where we were. No harm done. As long as I get my souls back. There they are down there. Shield up. My souls. All right. You are going to pay. Oops, hit the wall. Broke my guard. So you see how tough these guys are. They are a force to be reckoned with. And again, these guys drop the pure bladestone. I recommend farming the pure bladestone much later in the game when you have stronger weapons, because you see how powerful these guys are. And you know, when you have stronger weapons, you can pretty much nearly one-shot these guys. So it's much quicker, as you could imagine, to farm that bladestone, the pure bladestone. He dropped a bladestone shard, not a pure bladestone, but better than nothing. Okay, so this fog gate, we're about to fight the Adjudicator. And this is another one of those boss fights where you can get a special trophy. So if you want this trophy, you kind of just hang out up here. You can lock onto his head. And to get the trophy, you're going to have to... He does this like lick attack. You're going to have to dodge the lick attack, and then you can shoot him with your bow. Whoops, so you can shoot him with your bow. And if you kill him by doing that, you can get the trophy. I'm going to show you the traditional way of killing him. You see how deadly that lick attack is. And so the traditional way of killing him is you're down here and you see this kind of gaping wound that he has. If you hit the wound, that is the only weak spot that he has, because if you hit his normal body, you don't do any damage. So you want to hit that wound, and you see how big his swings are. It's kind of similar to the Vanguard. His big swings are pretty easy to dodge, and so it's a matter of kind of getting a few shots on that wound, and then eventually, once you get enough shots on the wound, he's gonna fall down and expose his head, which is his true weak point. And so the trophy is for if you kill him without ever knocking him down. And so that's how the way you kill him without ever knocking him down is by staying at the top and shooting him with either a bow or with magic, using some form of ranged attack. And again, I have a separate video that covers how to get that trophy, so I'll put a little link there for you to click on if you want it. And eventually he's going to fall down. Come on. So it is kind of repetitive. There we go. So now he's down. Lock onto his head. And you see we're doing actual damage to his head. So it's going to take a few of these cycles to actually kill him. And now we're back to kind of the same routine of just dodging his big swipe. And then going back and attacking his little stab wound here. And he'll get him to knock over again. So he's not that hard to kill. It's just kind of a process. There we go. Got him to knock down again. So, hit his head. All right, one more cycle should get him. There we go. And this should get him. Come on. I'm gonna be mad if he has if he has one hit left. Yeah, he's got one hit left. I'm just gonna use my bow. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Got the Adjudicator's trophy. And we are back in body form. There is some loot in here. I'm gonna run around and grab it real quick. Let's see here. There's some stuff upstairs as well. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. And I don't think there's anything on the top level. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So make our way back down. And we're in human form, and we have a ton of souls. So we're going to head on back to the Nexus. We got the soul of the Adjudicator. So let us get a few levels real quick like. So I'm going to take my vitality up a bit here. Let's see here. We'll take it up to 17. And you see that when you increase your vitality, you also increase your item burden cap. And I'll put a couple levels in endurance as well. And you'll see when you increase endurance, you increase your equipment burden cap as well. So let's see. I think I can roll with that for now. Actually, I'm right at the cusp of another level, so I'm just going to consume a soul item just to get one more level. And I'll probably put that into my endurance as well. Let's see. Unknown Hero Soul. I'll use 4 of these maybe. Yeah, that should give me that extra level. All right, so yeah, I'll put that into endurance, and I think that gets me right about where I want to be for the time being. Okay, so we are in human form, so of course you know what that means. I like to say when we kill a boss, that means that we need to die too to get back in soul form. And so that makes it so we will not ruin our world tendency should we die in human form. So back into soul form we go. And go back and reclaim our souls. And we're going to warp back to where we just killed the Adjudicator. We're not going to go all the way through the next level, but there's a couple of little items we want to take care of. Let's see. Yes, we want to warp right here. I'm actually going to go back and get that crystal lizard that we missed earlier. He's pretty easy to get to. So again, the best way to farm that skeleton for the pure blade stone is to warp at that archstone, head on up these stairs, and he's right there to fight. So I'm not going to fight him again right now because I don't want to. And then just, well, we got this trap here, but shouldn't be too hard to dodge. I'm actually going to pull out my bow and see if I can get this crystal lizard with my bow. Yes, I got a pretty clear shot on him. This should work. Ah, he noticed me. Dang it. So it didn't quite go as I had hoped it would. So I'm going to try this again. All right, I'm just going to take my bow out, shoot him. There we go. There we go. That worked. And he dropped some Moonshade Stone shards, which I want because we're going to need that to upgrade our falchion. So that's why I was so adamant about getting those shards. Okay. Make sure that this skeleton doesn't kill us. Shield up. Oh. He didn't quite hit me from straight on, but that's okay. So we can actually just rest here and reload the area, and that'll get me my health back. All right. So what we're going to do now is drop on down here. There's actually a couple items off to the side, but beware, there are storm beasts who are going to shoot at you, so just try to be quick. See those storm beasts? They will notice you, and they will shoot at you, so don't linger around in the same spot because you will be target practice. So we got a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes over here. Make sure you don't fall off the cliff. And over here, is Grave Robber Blige. If you rescued him from his cell, this is going to be his new spot. I'm actually going to throw soul remains on here because I'm going to use them in just a little bit here. So now, this is a very convenient spot. All I have to do is warp to that Adjudicator's Archstone, and he's right here if you want to load up on arrows, which, actually, speaking of which, I am going to pick up some arrows. I'll just buy 100 of them. And half off. Well, I can get up to 96. That's all I have enough souls for. That's fine, though. And you're going to want your bow out right here. So you step on this, and you'll trigger a cutscene. The thing is there's that Grim Reaper down there, and you want to shoot him with your bow right away. You want to shoot him, just spam your bow until he's dead. You'll see why, because there are these phantoms that spawn, and you can kill the phantoms normally via melee. However, they will keep on respawning until you kill that Grim Reaper. But when you kill that Grim Reaper, all of the phantoms disappear immediately, and they're gone for good. So another thing about these Grim Reapers is they always drop a shard, and sometimes they drop a chunk, which is rarer. And so you can actually use those Grim Reapers, and this is just another switch that opens up a door that it opens up that door, which is the way forward through the level, which we're actually not going to go through that quite yet. And you'll notice we got 4,500 souls from killing that Grim Reaper. So this is actually, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, farming route in the game. Because basically what you can do is you can kill the Reaper, get all of those souls, run off the edge, and respawn. And then when you respawn, you can just pick up your Bloodstain, and then you can repeat that loop over and over again, and you'll get 4,500 souls each time. And it is an enormous benefit to you. Like you can get a pretty huge amount of souls in a relatively short amount of time. So that's the way back up. So now we're back up at the top. And then we can also go up this other side here. And I'm going to top off my health. And we're going to go back there in just a second. Pick up this item. And this is actually an illusory wall. We're going to go through there in just a second, but be aware of this trap. Pick this up, a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, and this does not connect. If you go forward, you're going to drop down, so just be aware of that. So through this illusory wall, if you go all the way to the bottom, there's going to be a black skeleton. I'm going to throw a Soul Remains because that will kind of bait him over to this corner, and I'm not going to bother with fighting him because he is such a hard enemy to kill. So that Soul Remains kind of baits him over there. I can pick up this soul item and then run over here to this cliffside. On this cliffside, there's going to be a Crystal Lizard. This Crystal Lizard is unique in that it drops, it's a random drop. It is a small percentage drop, but it drops a pure Moonshade Stone, which is you're going to need one pure Moonshade Stone to max out your weapon. And I got a chunk, which a chunk is still good. But you might need to farm that guy to get a pure Moonshade Stone, which you'll use to max out your falchion to +5 when the time comes. So that just keep that in mind with that lizard. He will drop, or he can drop the pure Moonshade Stone. It is somewhat of a rare drop though. So we just got the white bow. As you can see, it requires 30 strength and 24 dex to use. We do not have anywhere close to that level of stats. So I'm going to send all that stuff into storage. And so now we're back to the beginning where we started. So as I said, for farming souls, you can just roll off the edge there and commit suicide, and you'll respawn at that Archstone. And you can, when you respawn, you can run out here, and your souls will be somewhere. Let's see. That's interesting. Normally when you roll off that edge, your souls are around here somewhere. Wondering where they might be. There they are. So you pick up your souls. Normally they're not behind here. Normally they're kind of in this area. But game is just being a little bit tricky there. And then you can run up here, pull out your bow. You can kill this Grim Reaper again. And you can see just how valuable this route is and just how quickly you can repeat it. So now we killed him. See, that Phantom was right on us. That's why you want to pull out your bow and kill him as quickly as possible before the Phantoms have a chance to get to you. And now we're already at 9,100 souls just for killing this guy twice, and he always drops a shard, and if you're lucky, a chunk. So now what we're going to do is go back here, and this is Patches. Those of you who are familiar with Dark Souls know who Patches is. He always pushes you off the edge. And so down here, Patches pushed us off because Patches is, he's just not a friendly dude. So we get some stuff down here. This is Saint Urbain, and we need to rescue him because he's being kind of held hostage by this Phantom. This is our first Black Phantom in the game. He's actually not hard. You can kind of, you know, you can get backstabs, and with our falchion, you can kind of stun lock him even. You know, see, we're taking a bunch of swipes, and you know, it kind of stun locks him, and then he'll roll away, and then he's susceptible to bleed even. So just shield up, block his attack, get behind him, backstab, and then when he recovers, you can run up to him and just kind of stun lock him with R1 swipes, and he's easy as that to kill. So he is our first Black Phantom to kill in the game. And so for killing him, we get a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, and we get a Moonshade Stone chunk, and ×3. And we also got the black, what is it? The Black Eyes Stone. And so this is what you need if you want to invade. If you're playing online and playing multiplayer, this is what you use to invade someone else's game. You can only use it online. And if you use it, you can find yourself as a Black Phantom in someone else's world, and you can kind of hunt them down and kill them. But now that we've killed that Black Phantom, we can talk to Saint Urbain. He's rescued. He's going to show up back in the Nexus, and he will teach us some pretty high-powered miracles. So we get a trophy for rescuing him as well. And you'll notice that there is a item up there. We can't get to it yet. It actually is not available until you're in Pure White World Tendency in this world. So we're going to come back to here when we get to Pure White World Tendency in this Archstone, and we're going to be able to get that. So there's no way to get it until you're in Pure White, so don't even bother with it. So now that we're back up here, Patches is surprised we made it out alive, and he begs for his life. Gives us a ring that we already have. Do not hurt him. Do not kill him. If you kill him, it will negatively impact your character tendency. And we don't want to deal with that. But, you know, if you leave him be, he will actually show up as a merchant in the Nexus, and he actually sells grass for pretty cheap. So he's not completely worthless. So, yeah, leave him be. You don't want to take that hit to your character tendency. And, you know, he is of some value as well. So we're going to head on back to the Nexus. Now that we've rescued Saint Urbain. And that's all I wanted to do in 4-2 for the time being. 4-2, in my opinion, is one of the harder levels of the game. We are going to come back to it a little bit later. And let us go on and level up. I'm going to start taking up my intelligence to get the boost to my MP. And also it'll unlock another magic slot, which we're going to want. Because we do use a little bit of magic. We have those soul arrows equipped, and there's another spell that I'm going to want to equip as well a bit later. So increasing our intelligence will boost our MP for 1. And then for 2, it'll give us that extra magic slot once we get it to a high enough level. So I'm going to use all of these. I needed like 6,000 something. I can use this one. Use one of these, and that should get me... I'll use one more just to be safe. I don't remember exactly how many I needed, but this should be enough to get me to what I need. We'll take our intelligence to 12, get that extra MP, and then I forget what level it is, but at some point we're going to get our second magic memory slot. And so over here is where Saint Urbain's going to be. And he is the guy who, when we have certain boss souls that can be converted into miracles, he's the guy who's going to be able to do it. So the Swollen Demon Soul, he can use to convert to the Regeneration miracle. And that is kind of an HP regen. I don't really want it at this point, so I'm not gonna go for it. But you can choose to do whatever you please. And that's pretty much what Saint Urbain does. There are some miracles we're going to get from him a bit later in the game. So what we're going to do now is, since we have some of those Moonshade Stone shards, we're going to upgrade our falchion as far as it'll go. We should at least be able to get it to +2, if not +3. So let's head on down. Just kind of drop down to this elevator, then you can drop down all the way to the bottom. I'll go ahead and repair everything, I guess. Well, actually, no, I don't want to repair my falchion because I'm about to upgrade it. So I'll upgrade this. Let's see. I don't have enough souls, so I'm going to need to consume some souls in order to be able to do this. I'll go ahead and just do one of these. How much does this give me? 2,000. So I'll do another one. That should be more than enough to do my upgrades here. Whoops. All right, so we can get it to +2, and we can get it to +3, and we do not have the shards to get it to +4. We have the chunks, but not the shards. So we'll come back later and get it to +4, and then eventually to +5. Our compound longbow, can we do anything with this? Yes, we can. We can get it to +5. We cannot yet get it to +6. We need more large shards to get it to +6. However, let's see what we can do with our claymore, because we're going to be using this a bit later too. Let's see, we need 6 to get the claymore, but we can remedy that real quick because there's going to be a crystal lizard that we can kill. Because we killed one boss in here, that crystal lizard at the very beginning of the level is actually going to respawn. Because crystal lizards respawn based on how many bosses you've killed. So since we have killed the armored spider here, the crystal lizard comes back. And so we get the 8 sharpstone shards from it. And you can also purchase the sharpstone shards from the filthy man. But why buy them when you can get them for free? So we're going to head on all the way down here and use this as an opportunity to upgrade our claymore, which we are going to use. Did he give us... Oh, he gave... The lizard gave us sharpstone, not hardstone. We need hardstone, so we need 2 more. So I'm going to just go ahead and buy those from the filthy man. I think he sells them for 500 a pop. So I can get 2 of the hardstone, which is what we need. And I need to pop a soul item just to have enough souls to upgrade. So I will use one of these. And that should be enough. We'll see. He can be kind of moody sometimes. You have to talk. Sometimes you have to talk to him a couple times to actually have him engage you. Okay, so we can take this on to +2, and we're doing pretty well. So we got a +3 falchion now. So what is already an enormously powerful weapon is even more powerful. Let's check it. Our weapon, the falchion now does 214 base damage. That's pretty insane. So for this point in the game, especially. All right, we've done what we need to do in this episode. So I'm going to go on and cut it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope this has been helping you out quite a bit. Let me know in the comments what you think so far. And I love engaging with you guys and answering your questions, whatever you might have. But, in the meantime, take care of yourself and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.